Hi, it's Andy Flipiak in Toronto for the week of May the 18th. One of the hardest tasks now for market analysts is just figuring out how much money is going to be printed over the next year or two in order to restabilize the economy and perhaps give it some stimulus. I came across a very interesting piece in Zero Hedge, which I've included with this video, where we see some estimates. Now, one statistic that I see is that there's an estimation that $3 trillion of new debt will have to be issued in the U.S. over the next 6 months in order to fund the U.S. deficit. One estimate is for $5 trillion over this year, and it could be even higher. Now, what this means is that the central bank, the Federal Reserve, will essentially have to purchase close to all of this debt instrument in order to fund the deficit. So the Treasury will issue potentially $5 to $6 trillion to the Fed. The Fed will print the money, give it to the government, and the government will spend it. And what this means is that there'll just be so much money in the system, as I've mentioned before, without any real increase in goods and services. Now, it's important to mention that the Federal Reserve was never created for this. It was meant to be a backstop to the private sector. It kind of got usurped for the First World War, and ever since then, it has been the backstop for the government. Instead of governments having to cut their spending, they could always monetize using the Federal Reserve. So it's important for investors to understand here that nobody really knows what the consequences this will be, and so it's essential to have a hedge within your portfolio. We'll continue to monitor this, but again, it's very important to understand that we are likely just in the first or second inning of this global bailout round 2. Thanks for watching.